What's up, traders? This is Vee Trades, and today I will be doing a technical analysis breakdown for Vale with the ticker symbol VALE. This was a viewer's request, and thank you for your donation. I will first be going over what I see on the daily chart and finish the video off with the weekly chart. So here we have the daily chart for VALE, and you can see that we are trading near support. So I already marked up the chart. So the first thing I noticed was that there was this downtrend in play, and this orange channel represents that downtrend. And then when we broke the downtrend, we made two legs up. So there's one leg up right here, second leg up, and once we made the second leg, that's when price started selling off back down to that prior low. So price is still within this green downward channel, so that shows me there's no signs of weakness as of right now from the bears. There's a good chance we even trend lower and lower. So we are currently at support at this $12 level. But there's a good chance we break it because obviously there's a bearish imbalance on the chart. So this tells me that there's more aggressive sellers in the market than aggressive buyers. So there's a good chance we probably see much lower price targets. So for daily chart, is looking still pretty bearish. I don't see any reversal signs as of right now. The momentum towards the downside is still intact. So that's why I'm still looking for lower price targets. I'll go and talk about that more on the weekly chart, but there's a good chance we at least go back down to maybe even the $11.30 level, and then probably even the $9 level. So still looking bearish. You can see that we're making lower highs. Like I said before, I'll talk about that more on the weekly chart. But this is still bearish. We're still seeing a downtrend. I don't really have a lot of bullish signs to talk about. I mean, we are at support, but that's just one thing for the bulls. What else is what else can I say about the bulls as of right now? I mean, we are at support, but not much, I can say about the bulls, but I can surely say a lot about the bears. We have this downward pattern in play, downward channel. We're below the EMA. We have measure move targets to the downside that can be met. It hasn't been met yet. We're making lower highs. So I'll show you guys that on the weekly chart. So here's the weekly chart, and you can see that we're making consistent lower highs. Clearly there's something going on with this trend line, so that's why I have it here. We're clearly making lower highs, and the measure move target isn't met yet. So we had one sharp drop right over here from June 2021 to November 2021. So that was one sharp drop. And a lot of times if price pulls back and we're still below that prior high, we can start the second drop. So if I clone this, the second drop started right back here in April 2022. So we saw the market try to attempt to reach it. Then all of a sudden this $11.70 level was acting as support. So that's when price moved up higher. But again, look at, since this high right here is lower than this high, the market is still attempting to reach the measure move target. So it's going to try a couple of times. Usually you'll see something like this. Either we see one move down and then the second leg is measured to the first one, or we see a move down and then we see two smaller legs that are technically just one leg of the similar size as the first one. Hopefully that makes sense. So that's exactly what we're seeing right now. See how the second leg wasn't exactly measured to the first one? This leg right over here, this leg is not the same size as the first one, but now since price pulled back, we're seeing the second attempt to reach the measure move target. So that's exactly what's going on in the chart. We're seeing the second attempt to reach the measure move target. So we saw one large drop, price pull back. We saw the first attempt, which stopped at the low, then price pull back. But since it's still lower than the previous high, we're seeing the second attempt. So we'll see if the second attempt is successful at reaching the measure move target. Right now, it's still in play, and that's why the chart is still very bearish. So that's why I'm looking for more downside. I'm looking for the $11.28 level. That is some support right there. But the actual target is at the measure move target at the low $9 level, $9.16 level. So it's still looking pretty bearish to the downside. There's a good chance that bears will probably reach the target. We are at support. We're making equal lows. But is that really going to stop price making lower highs and the measure move target to the downside not met yet? Most likely not. So I'm looking for the downside. I think there's a good chance to reach that $9.16 level. But at the end of the day, measure moves aren't always reached. So what will make me change my mind is if we stop right now and we can get back above the EMA and hold it. So something like that would be a nice reversal pattern. So we see a sharp move up, a pullback that holds above the EMA would be leading to a higher price target. So something like that would be a bullish sign. You can see that price did bounce off of this prior low at the $12 level, and it just made two small legs up and immediately reversed lower, versus in the past you can see there was a strong move up when price hit this prior level. But now we're not seeing that. So we're seeing some signs of weakness from the bulls. So there's clearly a bearish momentum towards the downside. There's a bearish imbalance currently in play. We can't even get back up to the prior highs. Each high is lower. We are making equal lows, but there's a good chance that's probably going to be broken towards the downside. So looking for the measurement target at the $9 level. I don't really see anything lower as of right now. I'm not saying that's going to be the bottom, but there's a good chance for being the bottom. We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to see what type of reaction we get there. Or we don't even reach it at all, the measurement target, which is a small chance. But if we don't reach it, which is obviously still possible, then what I want to see is price get back above the EMA on the weekly chart. So right here, since we're still below it, there's a good chance we continue lower. But look what happened for the price to be bullish. Price got back above the EMA, it pulled back, and it stayed above it. It didn't just break above it and just break back down. It broke above it and it stayed above it. So that's what you want to see for a reversal sign. So we're not seeing that right now. No signs of weakness. We're seeing a slight sign of weakness because we did break this downward orange channel, but it's still pretty bearish overall. So still looking for more downside for Vale on the daily and weekly charts. So that's all I have for the stock this week. This is Vee Trades, and thank you for your time. The Vee Trades technical analysis course is now live. Learn to read the chart the right way to prevent costly mistakes. Click the link below to start training now.